All right, sentencing delayed indefinitely at this point. We've been following that breaking news involving President-elect Donald Trump's New York criminal case, falsifying business records. Justice Juan Merchan now setting a December 2nd deadline for sentencing hearing motions. So on December 2nd, there will be a hearing just for the defense to file a motion to dismiss. And then the DA and Manhattan attorney has to respond by December 9th.
Yeah, we got a little bit of a who's on first situation to explain here. Newsmax senior judicial analyst Judge Andrew Napolitano live in studio to talk a little bit more about this. So, Judge, what does this mean at this point?
It means that the judge will seriously entertain throwing the whole case out, either because some of the evidence that he permitted the jury to hear was immunized by the Supreme Court after the case came down, so after the case was decided, so it's not his fault, or because Donald Trump is about to become president of the United States and he shouldn't have this interfering with his administration of the executive branch of the federal government. But it's very telling, the fact that he has asked the parties to brief this and will hold oral argument. The court will be absolutely packed when he holds the oral argument. Theoretically, the defendant is supposed to be there. But I think the defendant has other things to be doing during with his life right now, like putting together an administration.
Perhaps that. So there is reaction already coming in, and I want to show you one specifically from President-elect Trump's son, Don Jr., just responding to that motion there. He says, huge win in Manhattan DA case, sentencing canceled. The judge also apparently asked to file papers to dismiss the case, and then he showed the court filing in his repost. Is he getting ahead of himself in that moment? Or?
I think he has a feel for what's happening. Justice Merchan, who appears to be kicking the can down the road, he could have resolved these things months ago, is looking for a hook on which to hang his hat so that the political pressure is not on him. I suspect that hook will come from the government. The government will say, don't dismiss this case, but you can't sentence him now. Hang on to it for 4.5 years. That's the opening. Then he says, hang on to it for 4.5 years? Do I really want this hanging around for 4.5 years? Does the President of the United States really want this hanging around for 4.5 years? I think the best thing I can do for the American public is to dismiss this right here and now. That's my prediction about what I think he will do. But because judges need to justify what they do, they have to lead up to these things rather than just come out with a dramatic statement.
But it's a good thing that he's allowing for the formality of filing a motion to dismiss.
It's a good. This is where Donald Trump Jr.'s statement comes in. It's a good thing for the defendant that he's allowing it. It's also a good thing for the judge because he's going to find some language in the government's papers that makes it easier for him to do what he needs to do and not take the political heat for it. In a system where judges have lifetime appointments, the federal system, New Jersey, Massachusetts, a few states have lifetime appointments. The judge doesn't have to worry about politics. New York is the other extreme. They all run for re-election. The attorney general, the prosecuting attorneys, and the judge himself.
One thing that you said earlier that I think is worth mentioning again, though, it's kind of unique that if this is kicked 4+ years down the road, the president would be presumed innocent during that time. Is that right?
Correct. He is not convicted under New York state law until he's sentenced. So if Judge Merchan says, I'm not going to dismiss it, but I can't possibly sentence him now, he's about to become president. I can't sentence him while he's president. He can honestly answer under oath. If you've ever been convicted of a crime, he can say no, because it is not a conviction in New York until sentencing is complete. And sentencing is not complete until the judge pronounces sentencing and then reduces it to writing and signs the writing.
That's so interesting. And each state has different laws to that regard.